I'm Gabby Moreau. Thank you for watching this edition of the Central Valley Report. The community said its farewell to Corporal Singh from the Newman Police Department this week.
Ron, thank you. Thank you for being the man that we all want to be. Thank you for being the provider that we all strive to be. Thank you for being the police officer, the canine officer, the corporal that everybody should strive to be. We will say goodbye today, but you will always be in our hearts, and we'll take it from here.
Corporal Singh was gunned down during a traffic stop in the early morning hours of December 26th. The incident shattered the community of Newman as authorities worked tirelessly to apprehend the suspect.
You have to understand this was not supposed to happen here.
There was a great outpouring of support from the community as a vigil was held for Corporal Singh and the announcement of the arrest of the suspect accused of pulling the trigger. Gustavo Perez Arriaga came 2 days later.
I am pleased and very proud of the fact that the suspect is in custody. He has been apprehended in Bakersfield. He was safely taken into custody earlier today by teams from the Kern County Sheriff's Office and many other law enforcement agencies who have helped us relentlessly pursue this suspect in pursuit of justice.
Officers from multiple agencies from as far as Canada attended the Saturday morning service at Cross Point Community Church in Modesto.
To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Ronil succeeded in making the world a better and safer place for all of us. Newman Police Department Corporal Ronnie Singh, you will be greatly missed.
Corporal Singh was laid to rest in Houston at Lakewood Cemetery. He leaves behind a wife and 5-month-old son. Elsewhere, police surrounded a South Modesto neighborhood in search of armed robbery suspects Thursday afternoon. Let's take a look.
Detectives from the Sheriff's Department Sting team served a search warrant at 1309 Inyo Avenue, and that search warrant was regarding some recent robberies which they were investigating. During the process of the search warrant, they did eventually detain 4 subjects, one who had ran, who was later found and detained, and so far they told me that they have located numerous weapons as part of their search warrant.
Authorities, including the Stanislaus County Sheriff, Ceres Police Department, and Modesto Police Department all worked to apprehend the suspects involved in this case. Some residents had to be evacuated as members of the SWAT team searched yard to yard.
Just as a precautionary, the homes that were affected, we were able to get a hold of residents, and just as a precaution, we were able to get them out of their house because we did believe that the one subject that did get away was possibly armed. I don't know if a firearm was recovered near him or from him when he was finally taken into custody, but that was a concern of ours as weapons were used in the initial robberies. It was one entire block, about 13 and 1200 block of Inyo. The good thing was, we had numerous deputies already in the area, and we were able to contain the suspect into an area where about 5 or 6 homes. So we were pretty sure he was in that area, and that's when the additional support from Modesto Police Department, including the Ceres SWAT team, came in, and simultaneously, as they were doing the search of the search warrant at the house at 1309, other teams were doing the yard-to-yard search where they did eventually locate the suspect. So it was pretty hectic for several hours while the roads were closed and SWAT teams were doing searches, but eventually we were able to get 4 people in custody or detained, and that's where the folks we were looking for.
Elsewhere, officials have identified a man who lost his life Monday night in a crash. Police say 42-year-old Marcus Ellman died of injuries sustained in a high-speed crash near 14th and D Streets after his SUV collided with a light pole and fire hydrant. Authorities believe he had just fled another collision near 9th and D Streets moments earlier. Ceres police arrested a man who fled from the scene of a crash that left 5 people injured. Police say 42-year-old Joe Patrick Sandoval crashed the car head-on into another vehicle carrying 5 occupants near Service in Mitchell Roads Thursday night. 2 children suffered severe injuries and had to be airlifted to UC Davis Medical Center. 3 others were injured in the crash. Sandoval fled the crash on foot with injuries to the head, but was arrested Friday as he required medical attention. He was charged with felony hit and run. We'll be right back with weather.
You're not in good hands with the big insurance company. But after 30 years of being like a good neighbor to the Central Valley, the law office of Mark Nelson is a rock in the community that fights for those who cannot fight for themselves. Mark Nelson is on your side.
A local law firm that fights the insurance company bullies. That's as progressive as it gets.
Go to marknelsonlawoffices.com for a free consultation.
Taking a look at the forecast for this week, we'll see cloudy weather with temperatures in the low 60s with overnight lows in the 40s. There will be a chance of showers Wednesday as well as next weekend. Thank you for watching this edition of the Central Valley Report. For more news and updates, be sure to follow us on social media and at centralvalleytv.net.